What will happen if they banned cars in New York City? New York City is attempting to make driving so inconvenient for drivers that they will cease to drive. Even proponents of a car-free city argue that the truth is that streets still revolve around cars, and shifting that equilibrium will be difficult and nasty. During the reign of Robert Moses, a reliance on cars was fostered. But showing traffic and environmental concerns, a new generation of city leaders, urban planners, and transportation advocates began dramatically reimagining the streets without cars. Hello guys, we are back with another interesting video. In today's video, we will be discussing the future of New York City without cars. Before unveiling all that for you in today's video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also hit the bell icon to get the notification of every upcoming video on time. Is there any city in the world without cars? Yes. Venice is an example of how a contemporary city can function entirely without cars. What if the car had never existed? Cities and suburbs would be far more congested if we didn't have cars. Instead of rows and rows of single-family homes, most neighborhoods would be made up of tall apartment buildings. Most cities would have at least some types of metropolitan rail network if trains were still invented. Reducing subway congestion in New York City. Expanded sidewalks and crosswalks could be erected in place of street parking zones, and two-way bike lanes protected by concrete barriers could be installed in existing car lanes. The plan also proposes that designated bus lanes, which would be free of car traffic, would greatly reduce subway congestion. Without a car, where can you live in New York City? The quick answer to where to live in New York City without a car is practically anywhere. There are much more car-free households in the metropolis than in any other city in the United States. With a few exceptions, you could live fairly happily without a car in most of the city's areas. However, certain areas are more conducive to car-free life than others. Look for a home that is within easy walking distance of a metro station, with bonus points if you can walk to many subway lines. Is it possible to move around New York City without a car? Walking and taking public transportation are great ways to get around New York, but you can also tour the city by bike, pedicab, or ferry. Take a different path and you might get a different perspective on the city. New York City without cars is reimagined by PAU. PAU, or Practice for Architecture and Urbanism, unveiled renderings for a project that envisions New York City without cars. The innovative NYC Not Your Car project unleashes the city's potential by reopening public spaces to people and prohibiting private vehicles. With fewer cars and healthier air due to reduced pollution, it's more important than ever to push forward innovative concepts that build on these new urban lifestyles. The New York Times has begun to embrace the concept of a future without cars. I've seen a future without cars and it's amazing. The New York Times published an excellent essay with lovely interactive visuals. It starts by reflecting on what they have learned since COVID-19 drained many of their cities' cars. They have enjoyed their less congested cities with fewer cars. Farhad Manjoo, the author, paints a picture of how to keep cars out of the city and improve it. He is particularly optimistic that they will be able to regain the vast amount of land they have given over to vehicles in traffic, which is believed to be as much as 60% in Houston, and still a significant portion of Manhattan. And they can reclaim a lot of it, but not in the ways most people think. Manhattan streets could give priority to more fair and accessible ways of getting about without cars. The quantity of space dedicated to automobiles in Manhattan is not only inefficient, but also unfair to the millions of New Yorkers who do not require cars. Every other mode of transportation is made a little bit worse by cars. Without cars, then, there may be magic. Take away private cars, and every other mode of transportation improves dramatically. So guys, that was it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do you think New York will be a car-free city and will be able to stand out there without cars? Share your thoughts below in the comment section. For more stuff like this, make sure you have subscribed to our channel and press the bell button. See you next time!